Okay, so have you guys ever wondered why a mosquito buzzes in people's ears?
Yeah.
You have wondered that. Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm about to tell you the West African myth of why that happens. So it all started one day, long ago. There was an iguana drinking out of a watering hole, just minding his own business, and a mosquito buzzes up to him, and he's like, "Hey, iguana, you'll never guess what I just heard." And the iguana's like, "What do you hear?" And the mosquito's like, "Well, I saw a farmer digging up yams the size of me." And obviously that was a big lie, because yams are not that small, because mosquitoes tiny, and yams are like this size?
Yeah.
So the iguana's like, "That's such a lie," and he just didn't want to hear it. He was having a hard day already. He shoved some sticks in his ears so that he couldn't listen to the mosquito's lies anymore. And so the iguana just walks away, and he passes his friend, the python. And the python's like, "Hey, iguana, how's it going?" And iguana doesn't reply because he can't hear him from the sticks in his ears. And so the python's like, "Oh my god, iguana's so mad at me. Like, he's planning, like, something against me." The python freaks out and slithers into a rabbit's hole. And the rabbit sees the python slithering into her hole, and she's like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" And so she hops on out of there. And she's running around all frantically. And then a crow from above sees the rabbit running around, and the crow's like, "Oh my gosh, something bad is going on. I better give off the warning call." So he like cacaws everywhere. And this signals the monkeys to be like, "Oh my god, something bad is happening. The crows are calling." So the monkey runs and runs and runs away. And as he's running, he steps on a branch, and it breaks, and he falls and kills a baby owlet. And so Mama Owl was out hunting at the time, but she gets back, and all the other owlets tell her what happened, that the monkey killed that baby. So Mother Owl is obviously very upset, and she's like, "I'm not going to call dawn." So daytime never comes. It's just nighttime and nighttime and nighttime, because the owl's so upset about her baby. And so finally Lion King is like, "Why is it still nighttime?" And he calls a council meeting. So Mama Owl says, "Well, I'm not calling daytime because Monkey killed my baby." And Monkey's like, "Well, it wasn't my fault. It was the crow's fault because he did his warning call." So Lion King is like, "Crow, is this your fault?" And the crow says, "No, it's the rabbit's fault because she was running around frantically, like something bad was happening." So Lion King says, "Rabbit, is this your fault?" And the rabbit's like, "No, it's the python's fault for slithering into my home and scaring me." So Lion King is like, "Python, is it your fault that day is not coming?" And Python's like, "No, it's Iguana's fault. He didn't say hi to me, and so I knew he was planning something against me." And all of this was going on, and Iguana wasn't at the meeting because he still had the sticks in his ears and couldn't hear him. So someone went and fetched Iguana, brought him back to the meeting, and they're like, "Iguana, this is your fault that the baby owl is dead." And Iguana was like, "Oh no, I didn't say hi to you because I had sticks in my ears." And Python's like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense, but why did you have sticks in your ears?" And he's like, "Well, a mosquito told a big fat lie to me, and I just didn't want to hear it anymore." And as all this was happening, the mosquito was listening nearby, and she was like, "Oh no, I can't return to these people because I will be in trouble," because Lion King said that he wanted to punish Mosquito. So finally the owl calls up the sun because she was happy that they were going to punish the mosquito, but the mosquito was never found again. But she has such a guilty conscience for killing the baby owl that she buzzes around in people's ears and says, "Why are people so mad at me?" And that's the buzzing that you hear. And she gets what she deserves because usually people kill her.
Oh.
And that's the end.